So I'm chatting with Mark Daniels from Opportunity International Australia. We're here in the Philippines. Mate, for those who haven't heard of you before, tell us a bit about your story. Where were you born and raised, and what was life like for you as a young fella?
Yeah, I was born in Gosford on the Central Coast. Come from a kind of a Meadow League kind of family. Dad's a school teacher, loves a punt. We had a great background into sport, typical Aussie kid upbringing, I suppose. So I lived on the Central Coast for about 18 years, and then my goal in life at that time was to make $1 million by the time I was 30. So didn't know what I really wanted to do when I left school, but I ended up studying accountancy and ending up with a Big Four accounting firm. And so I was there for about 5 years. Great training, but it just wasn't me. I got sick of the 6-minute timesheets and became a Christian actually during that period. Attended a John Wimber conference at the showground in Sydney, and it was an instant conversion. I was virtually a new person from that moment, and so that God had to open my eyes. It's not all about money, and so I was released from, I suppose, my drug was money and power. And radical conversion. Ended up smuggling Bibles into China in the early 1990s, when it was very difficult to get a Bible in China. So I did about 17 trips in and out of China, met some amazing people, amazing experiences, and then backpacked solo around the world for 12 months with the only ambition really to visit a church every Sunday wherever I was in the world. Had an amazing experience, went to any denomination of church, and was just amazingly blessed by God. I grew up as an individual. I matured, I just really thankful for that time. I came back and ended up working for the Attorney General's Department in the Insolvency Services Division, which looks after complex bankrupt estates, which wasn't that exciting, quite difficult as well. But then I'd heard about the concept of micro-enterprise development by my favourite preacher, Tony Campolo, in 1992, and I thought, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to use my skill set to help people. And so I was fortunate enough to get a job with Opportunity International in 1998, and just started as a project officer. And here I am today. I've spent nearly 20 years with Opportunity, now based in the Philippines, been living in Manila with my family, my wife and 2 children, for 8 years. And we have it's probably one of the most amazing jobs anyone could have. It's amazing when you visit a client and you see the transformation that takes place. It's been a fantastic journey. Microfinance has evolved over the years, and so there's always something to learn. Mobile money is a big issue now in terms of digital financial inclusion, and so we're doing some exciting initiatives amongst the poor from a digital basis. Whole aim is really to lower the transaction costs of serving the poor, but maintain become high tech, high impact and high touch, because we really don't want to lose the touch with our client base, which I think is just as important as the capital we provide, because social capital is so important in communities. It builds resilience. It really is the cornerstone of life, basically, in rural communities, in slums. So the importance of people, relationships, community is what I'm passionate about.